अज्ञानतिमिरान्धस्य ज्ञानाञ्जनशलाकया चक्षुरुन्मीलितं येन तस्मै श्रीगुरवे नमः। पतितपावन परम करुणामय परमाराध्यतम श्रील गुरुदेव ओम विष्णुपाद परमहंस परिव्राजकाचार्य अष्टोत्तर शतश्री श्रीमद् श्रील भक्ति वल्लभ तीर्थ गोस्वामी महाराज जी के श्रीपाद पद्म में असंख्य कोटि दंडवत प्रणाम करते हुए उनके हेतु की कृपा याचना करता हूँ। परम पूजनीय शिक्षा गुरु ओम विष्णुपाद श्री श्रीमद् भक्ति विज्ञान भारती गोस्वामी महाराज जी एवं परम पूज्यपाद श्रील भक्ति निकेतन तुर्याश्रमी महाराज जी के श्रीपाद पद्म असंख्य कोटि दंडवत प्रणाम करते हुए इनके हेतु की कृपा याचना करता हूँ। नित्य लीला प्रविष्ट ओम विष्णुपाद श्री श्रीमद् भक्ति वेदांत नारायण गोस्वामी महाराज जी एवं रूपानुग आचार्य वृंद के श्रीपाद पद्म में असंख्य कोटि दंडवत प्रणाम करते हुए इनका हेतु की कृपा याचना करता हूँ। Today is the disappearance day of Sri Rai Ramanand Prabhu. I was listening from Param Pujya Shri Bhakti Vigyan Bharati Goswami Maharaj about the importance, about the significance of remembering the personal associates of Lord Sri Chaitanya. Why we have to remember them? It is more important. He says the appearance or the disappearance of the personal associates of Lord Chaitanya is considered very auspicious for the fallen souls of this world. When we remember them, what happens? We are having so much of garbage, contamination, pollution in our consciousness. Even though we desire, but still we are unable to follow. We desire to attain the ultimate goal of life. We desire to attain the abode of Supreme Personality of Godhead and to serve Him there. But even though we desire, when it comes to implementation in practice, unfortunately, we fail. Why? Because of the dirt we have, because of this body conception we have, because of the attachment for this world and worldly objects, is not allowing us to go in that path. So here, when we remember the personal associates and their glories, what happens? All inauspicious things which is there within ourselves, that will go away. And everything auspicious will come to us. Why? Because the Lord and His personal associates are the abode of all auspiciousness. Where Lord is there, there nothing inauspicious can happen. Can happen? No. There was one devotee, once he is saying that I don't believe that Lord is omnipotent. Now it's a big challenge. When you tell him, thank you. When you tell that Lord is not omnipotent, what to do now? Lord is omnipotent. We all know this. There is nothing which He can't do. But the devotee is saying it is not, one thing is not possible. I don't believe that Lord is omnipotent. Why? Because he can't do one thing. What he can't do now, it's a big thing. What is that which is impossible for the Supreme Lord? Then he says, even the Lord desires, then also he can't do anything inauspicious to the person. Even if he desires, like he desired that I will not forgive Hiranyakashipu, he took him on his lap and then he cursed him. He removed all his intestines, everything. What happened? He could do inauspicious to Hiranyakashipu? No. When Prahalad, he was praying to the Supreme Lord that my father has committed offense against you, please forgive him. What Lord is saying? He's already liberated. So the Lord and his personal associates, wherever they are, nothing inauspicious can happen. That is the significance, that is the importance and glory of the personal associates of Supreme Lord. Why? The qualities of Supreme Lord, they come in the heart of the devotees. Why? Because Lord himself is residing in their heart. So when we remember the glories of the pure devotees, everything will happen is auspicious. And whatever inauspicious is there, it will go away. What is the most inauspicious thing within ourselves? What? The biggest hindrance in the path of attainment of Supreme Personality is three. Kanak Kamini Pratishtha, desire for money, desire for opulences, desire for so many things, and then attachment for opposite sex. If it is male, attachment for female. If it is female, attachment for male. And the third one, which is the worst among three, is name and fame, pratishtha. The pratishtha is considered as the stool of a hawk. Vishay pratishtha, sukrer vishtha, Vaishnav pratishtha, tate karo nishtha. The name and fame for the own self is like a stool of a hawk. These three things are creating so much of problem within each and every individual. Whichever country you go, whichever place you go, wherever you go, these three things are troubling. Nothing else is troubling. If a person is unable to earn more money, he's crying. If he is unable to get so much of opulences for which we can enjoy, go. And here it's very common that people, they marry and then they live in 2 days, 3 days, 5 days, or 1 year, 2 months, whatever it is. And for the last 2-3 years I am coming. Once we come and see a couple, next time they say, oh no, we gave up. It's so easy. You can give up your partner, but it's very difficult. It's impossible to give up having association with other gender. So you give up one and you try other. Again you give up and then you try other. I know many people over these years, 4-5 years I have met. A person says, I have 3 mothers and 4 fathers. I don't understand what, and when I understood, it was like too much. And the third one is name and fame. Very big, inauspicious garbage within the self of every individual. Because of that, we are burning. How we are burning? Externally, we look very nice, so very good, everything is good. If you ask anyone, how are you? Wonderful. You stay for some time, 15 minutes, 20 minutes, half an hour. and then immediately you will feel happy. This fellow is more suffering than me. This is the condition of present day, which is the most inauspicious thing within ourselves, and no desire to serve the Supreme Lord, no desire to go back to God. So when we hear the glories of pure devotees, what happens? This will go away. Everything inauspicious will come. We'll have the knowledge about the Supreme Lord. We'll have the knowledge about this body, that this body is momentary, it is temporary. It's not going to remain with me. Whatever I do, one day it has to finish. You do whatever you want to do, one day it has to finish. And you will realize, you will have that knowledge. And not only the knowledge, realization of that knowledge, realization about the Supreme Personality of God, about your own self, not theoretical knowledge, realized knowledge. And then you will have devotion. The most essential thing is to have devotion in the service of Supreme Lord. There are many, but to have devotion, that is most important. We can easily get only by hearing the glories of the Lord and his personal associates. This is the main reason what Raghunath Das Goswami has mentioned in Manasiksha, that the desire for name and fame is like a witch, is like a prostitute dancing in the region of my heart. When it is dancing here, then where there is place for pure love of God, there is no place. Then now I am helpless. Who will help me? Sadatam Daita Samantam, the personal associates, the empowered men, the personal associates of Lord Chaitanya, Sri Rupa and Sanatana Goswami are the army chief. They will come when we surrender to them, and they fight with that enemy within ourselves, and they will kick her, and then they cleanse the place and they make place where the pure love of the Lord can be preserved. Loving service of the Supreme Lord can be preserved. So we have to take shelter in the lotus feet of Rupa Goswami, in the lotus feet of Sanatana Goswami, and those associates coming in the line of Lord Chaitanya and Rupa Goswami, by which our heart is cleaned. If not, it is not possible. That is the reason Jagannath Das Babaji Maharaj, he gave instructions to Srila Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Prabhupada to make this Navadvip calendar. Why? In which the tithis of all the appearance and disappearance of all the Vaishnavas are mentioned, so that we all can remember them. When we sing their glories, because they are the personal associates of Supreme Lord and they are very dear to the Supreme Lord, so Lord gets attracted. Why? Because those personal associates of Sri Chaitanya, they only wanted to serve him, but in return they expected nothing. They demanded nothing. They need nothing. They want nothing in return. Only thing they want is the loving service of Supreme Lord. Now Lord feels himself indebted to his devotees. Why? Someone is serving you like anything, wholeheartedly, fully dedicated, but in return expects nothing. He is expecting nothing. If you ask him what you want, please tell me. I need nothing. If you want, you send me wherever you want. But still I want to be your servant. I want to serve you. Then where you will go? Lord feels himself indebted in front of his devotees because they want nothing. Prahlad Maharaj, Lord is requesting him that my name is Varada. If I go somewhere without giving any benediction, I will not return. So please ask something. Please ask. He says, if you really want to give me something, then please bless me, that the desire to ask something will never arise in my heart. Where Lord will go? Very. So Lord feels himself indebted to his devotees when he feels indebted. And especially they are very dear to him. So on that particular time, when like your son or daughter, whatever, friends, on their birthday or whatever, you people go and give them gifts and then greet them, so that it is like a celebration day. In the same way, it is coming from there, Lord and his personal associates, because there the pastime of taking birth is not there in the abode. That is done in different Brahmandas. So wherever his devotees, they are appearing or performing disappearance pastime, Lord feels happy. He sees what is going on there, how celebration is going on. When he sees someone is remembering my devotee is my most dear one, so Lord is pleased. He will give his full mercy upon those souls. So we should always remember Gurudev, we should always remember the Parampara, we should always remember Lord Chaitanya and his associates to get the mercy. Today is such a thing, is a day where Rai Ramananda Prabhu, he concluded his earthly pastimes. He appeared in near Jagannath Puri and Alvarnath. In between there is one village, I don't remember the name. So he appeared there, and then he was appointed as the governor of southern part of India under Maharaj Prataparudra. It is very essential to understand when Lord Chaitanya, he had a discussion with Sarvabhauma Bhattacharya and then he was defeated and he has taken shelter in the lotus feet of Lord Chaitanya. He requested Chaitanya Mahaprabhu that you please, when you are going to southern India, please meet with Rai Ramananda. I just thought him like a person, ordinary person. He is very sweet Vaishnava. You should meet him. It is very difficult. It is not so easy to identify a devotee. Vaishnava Chinite Nare Dever Shakat. Even demigods, they can't identify a devotee. Sarvabhauma Bhattacharya, he was thinking that I am the guru of the king. And then I have many disciples. Even he wanted to train Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu and upgrade him to in his sannyas. He wanted to teach him Vedanta. He was having this pride that I am a big scholar, I am a well-known person, and he is not considering anyone anything now. How he will identify Rai Ramananda? But when he received the mercy of Lord Chaitanya, then he could understand that who he is. And now he is requesting, you please go and see him. He says, okay. Now, Lord Chaitanya, he was traveling from Jagannath Puri down. First he went to Simanchalam. There he had darshan of Lord Narsingadev. He did so much of Sankirtan. And then finally he came to the bank of river Godavari. He took bath and he is resting. Then he saw Rai Ramananda. He is coming in a palanquin with many people because he is coming to take bath in Godavari. When he saw, he understood, yes, he is Rai Ramananda. Rai Ramananda also, when he saw Lord Chaitanya, he was stunned. Why? Such a beautiful personality. Like so many sun, the shine of infinite sun is there, but that heat is not there. It's very cold, like moonlight. He saw him. They both saw each other. Mahaprabhu could not control himself. It's written in Sri Chaitanya Charitamrita. He wanted to run very fast and he wanted to embrace him. But because of Vijati, because of those non-devotees, those who could not understand the real mood of Sri Chaitanya, he controlled himself and he was sitting like this. Rai Ramanand saw him and then he came to him and did pranams. Mahaprabhu was asking, "Are you Rai Ramanand?" What he said, "I am Das Sudramand. Yes, I am your servant, most fallen. I am called as Rai Ramanand." See the humility. It is not so easy. Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu has empowered Rai Ramanand. Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is like a vast ocean of pure devotional service, conclusions of pure devotional service. Everything is within. And then he empowered Rai Ramanand. Like Rai Ramanand is like a cloud and showering that same nectar on the sea and it's relishing. Mahaprabhu empowered Rai Ramanand and he is making him speak the conclusions of devotional service. And then Lord himself is relishing. Not an ordinary person. Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu blessed Sanatana Goswami and then he taught him about Sambandha. Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu blessed Rupa Goswami and he taught about Abhideya. And then he blessed Rai Ramanand and he spoke about, we had discussion about Prayojan, what we have to attain. In those two cases, when he was speaking with Sanatana Goswami and Rupa Goswami, he was instructing them. And here, he is listening. He is the listener. He is asking, Pado shlok karo sadher nirnay. Here is the listener. And what he was listening from Rai Ramanand, the topmost thing of Gaudiya Vaishnavas, what we have to attain. Very interesting. And Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, when he met him, he is giving his introduction that yes, I am the most fallen. I am your servant. And then he fell like a stick. He did Dandavad Pranams. We say Dandavad Pranams. It is not possible. If we fall like that, we'll break our teeth or face. It's not possible. So, and especially in Western countries, people they say Dandavat, Dandavat. I also got this habit after staying with people like. Once someone wrote one mail to Srila Bharati Maharaj. He wrote to me and I read it for Maharaj. That what should we say? Dandavat, Dandavat, or Pranam, or Dandavat Pranams. When we see the devotees, Maharaj specifically mentioned, you have to say Dandavat Pranams. Dandavat. And some people are more advanced, they'll say Haribol. Dandavat means it is like a stick and it is not Pranam. Dandavat. So we should be careful when we say, we should say Dandavat Pranams. Dandavat means Pranams. I am offering my obeisances. Our Gurudev always emphasizes on this. He mentions everywhere Dandavat Pranams. Srila Bharati Maharaj also always says this, Dandavat Pranams. Not that Dandavat Haribol. It is good, but you should understand to whom how to say. Best for everyone say Dandavat Pranams. So anyhow, he fell like a stick in the lotus feet of Lord Chaitanya. And he is not waking. Mahaprabhu told him, he touched him and he said, please wake up, please get up. And then his eyes are filled with tears. When there is, when the heart is filled with pure love for the Supreme Lord, then when you see the devotee, your heart starts to respond. There it is beyond any reservation. Vaishnavas does not belong to any particular organization. We have tied ourselves, unfortunately. It is a different thing, but Vaishnavas, they belong to Bhagavan. They belong to Gurudev. Guru Tattva is one, Bhagavan is one. So Vaishnavas, they all belong to one Gurudev, one Bhagavan. So the heart really responds when we see the Vaishnava. The heart responds. Why? Because that pure love for the Supreme Lord and the desire to attain His service is within our heart. So Rai Ramanand, when he saw Lord Chaitanya, he is not an ordinary personality that Mahaprabhu can hide himself in front of him. Naham Prakash Sarvasya Yogamaya Samavrita. I am not visible to everyone. I am not understood by everyone. Why? I am always covered with Yogamaya. But the devotees who have nothing else other than the Supreme Lord, in front of them, it is difficult for the Supreme Lord to hide himself. Why? Because of the love. He can't hide himself in front of his devotees. So Rai Ramanand, he fell on his feet and he lifted him. And then he told him, chant Hare Krishna, chant Hare Bol. And Rai Ramanand was chanting and they both embraced each other. The touch of the Supreme Lord, it's so amazing. The touch of his holy name. Radharani, she is mentioning. Rupa Goswami, he has explained. Tunde Tandavinim Ratim Vitunite Tundavali Labdhe. When the holy name is dancing on the tip of the tongue, name itself, when it is dancing on the tip of the tongue, the person, Radharani, she feels that what is this creation? To relish the taste of this holy name, I only have one tongue. Rupa Goswami is mentioning this in this verse, that I need innumerable number of tongues to relish the nectar of this holy name. Not one is not enough. We are unable to chant with one tongue. It's unfortunate. And there, when the holy name is entering in the ears, again, Rupa Goswami, he says, Brahma is unfit for creation because to relish this transcendental sound of the holy name of the Supreme Lord, I only have 2 ears. I should have innumerable number of ears. And the holy name is entering into the region of the heart through ears. Heart becomes inert. Everything becomes inert. Why? Filled with full of bliss, filled with full of mellow. Holy name when it is coming, when it is appearing. Shuddha Naam, pure name of the Supreme Lord, when it comes, immediately it happens. And when the Supreme Lord touch, when a devotee is getting what is happening within himself, we can't imagine. So Rai Ramanand, he fainted in ecstasy. And there Lord also fainted. Why? Because he got chance to touch his devotee. So much of affection is coming. So affectionate to feel the touch. Lord also fainted. They both fainted. And people, those who are not devotees, those who are ritualistic people, they saw this. What is happening? A sannyasi, and he is touching one low-class person, and he fainted. It is not good. And then some people, they are saying, Rai Ramanand, he is very brave person, he is governor, he is like a king, and he is touching one ordinary sannyasi, and then he fainted like a madman. What is happening? Then Mahaprabhu understood what is happening outside. He controlled his feelings, he controlled his emotions, everything, and then he told him, you go and you come in in the evening with 1 or 2 persons. Don't come with many people. He said, okay, 2 persons, and then he came. When Rai Ramanand Prabhu, when he came, then Mahaprabhu is asking him, Padho Shlok, Sadhyar Nirnay, come on, now speak. What? Sadhyar Nirnay, the conclusion of the perfection of pure devotional service, topmost thing. Here we should understand one very interesting point is explained. Then he says, Rai Ramanand, he says, by following the Varnashram Dharma properly, one can get the mercy of Supreme Lord. Mahaprabhu, he says, Eho Bahyo, Age Kahwa. Speak further. He said, by following proper Varnashram. Varna means Brahman, Kshatriya, Vaishya, Sudra. And ashram, brahmachari, grihastha, vanaprastha, sannyas. Simply by following this, you can get the mercy of Supreme Lord. He says, Eho Bahya. This is totally external. What we are, when we have to speak about our identity while worshipping the deity, what is the mantra we chant? Anyone know this? Naham Vipro Nacha Narapatir Vaishya Sudram Naham Varni Nacha Grihapatir no Vanasto Etirva. I am neither Brahman, nor Kshatriya, nor Vaishya, nor Sudra, nor Brahmachari, nor Grihastha, nor Vanprastha, nor Sannyas. Who am I? I am the servant of the servant of the servant of Gopi. The most dearest servant of Gopis. I am their servant. Dasanu, dasanu, dasa. That is my real identity. These things are rejected by Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Whether you are sannyasi, whether you are brahmachari, whatever you are. He doesn't care. He says, everything is external. Then he says, what he says? Karma Mishra Bhakti. I will not speak everything. I will stop in the middle because I want to say something else. So, Karma Mishra Bhakti. What is Karma Mishra Bhakti? Whatever is there, everything you offer it to Supreme Lord. The result of all your activities, you have to offer it to the Supreme Lord. That is Karma Mishra Bhakti. Mixture of karma means whatever we are doing, that should be offered to the Supreme Lord. Yat karosi, yat asnasi, yat juhosi, dadasya. Yat tapashyasi kaunteya tat kurush madarpanam. Offer everything to him. Before, he was mentioning that properly following Varnashram system itself, you will get the mercy. But he says, no. Then he says, by offering all the result of your, this thing, your Varnashramas, then you will get the mercy of Supreme Lord. Whatever you are doing, as a brahmachari, as a grihasthi, or vanaprastha, or sannyasi, or brahman, or kshatriya, vaishya, sudra, whatever, offer everything to him. He says, Yehubai, this is also external. Aage kaho. From where the teaching of Lord Sri Chaitanya is beginning, that we have to understand. I don't belong to India, I don't belong to Netherlands, I don't belong to Europe, I don't belong to China, Hong Kong, this, that, nothing. As long as we have this, what is called devotion, what is called bhakti? Sarva upadi vinirmuktam. That upadi, the designation, My most revered Gurudev always says, having designated oneself as male and female, that itself is also the biggest hindrance in devotional service. We are either neither male nor female. I always remember once one person came to Chandigarh to take initiation from our Gurudev many years ago. Many years ago, one disciple of Srila Bhaktivedanta Swami Prabhupada, she brought that person, and now we thought she is female. Unfortunately, before that fellow was male, he changed his hormones and he converted his body to female. That time it was very new to us that we don't know that it also happens. I don't know, maybe some other may be knowing. It was like 15, 16 years old story. Now some people are doing in India also. So now we came to know that he became she. And now want to take initiation. Now identity crisis, whether to call him Prabhuji or to call him Mataji. He is like, when we spoke, they said her name is Geeta. The devotee, the disciple of Srila Swami Maharaj, she named her as Geeta. Now, she came to take initiation and some of our god brothers, they said, Dur. And crying, she went to Gurudev that, do you think I am not qualified to be your disciple to take initiation? Gurudev gave her initiation. First, in that row, he gave her first. Why? Because he doesn't see the external body. This external body itself is the biggest hindrance because we are neither male nor female. If you read Gajendra Moksha, in which Gajendra is offering prayers to the Lord and he is mentioning, I offer my obeisances to the Supreme Lord, who is neither male nor female, naiva shanda, nor unique. He is beyond all these things. He is the Supreme Personality. A devotee, one who has chanted the holy name, one who surrenders to the Supreme Lord, he also comes out of this gender discrimination. Linga Bhanga Bhai Anayasa. Very easily he comes out of this conception of gender. So here it says, what he says, the identification of oneself as male and female itself is also the biggest hindrance. When we are neither male nor female, then what to talk about all those external designations, that being a Brahmana or a Kshatriya or educated or failure or whatsoever has no meaning in life. So further he says, whatever these activities are there, offer everything to the Supreme Lord. He said, okay. He says, no. Why? Because the purity is not there. Whatever I am doing, I am offering. That ego of the person, that identity of oneself is still existing. It's still existing. And he says, Aage kaho, speak further. What he says then? He says, Karma Shunya Bhakti, renunciation, Sarva Dharman Parityajya Mamekam Sharanam Vrajam. Give up, abandon all the things, whatever we have concocted, and this and that, everything, whatever so-called followings, and then just surrender to me. He said, no. Aage kaho aar. Time is also aage jao aar. We will finish fast. So what he says, that why? Because we have nothing to renounce. It is also a false identification that I have renounced something. What you have to renounce? What you brought along with you, that you give up. We have nothing. Whatever we have, someone has given us. Whatever we have, we got everything in this world, and the moment we leave, we have to leave everything here. We are only using the things of this world. We could not take anything with us. So we have nothing in the name of ourselves, then what we are renouncing? So he says, no. Then he says, Jnana Mishra Bhakti. He says, no. Because without pure devotion, without identifying one's own self as the servant of the Supreme Lord, whatever knowledge is there, it is all dry. And that dry thing can never give any kind of ultimate attainment. Then what he says? Then he says Jnana Shunya Bhakti. When he says Jnana Shunya Bhakti, Mahaprabhu says that Iha hai, aage kaho. The teachings of Lord Chaitanya, when we talk about Dasya Bhakti, Shanta Bhakti, Shanta, Dasya, Sakhya, Vatsalya, Madhurya, and in Madhurya also, Mahaprabhu is asking him to speak more, and he was speaking about Madanakya Mahav, all those things. To understand all those things, the beginning point is Jnana Shunya Bhakti. Chaitanya Charitamrita is higher than Srimad Bhagavatam or not? Huh? Postgraduate. And in Srimad Bhagavatam, in the second verse of the first canto, first chapter, what is written? Dharmaha projita kaitavo atra paramo nirmatsaranam satam. Srimad Bhagavatam is not an ordinary scripture. It is giving the loving devotion of the Supreme Personality of Godhead. But for whom? Projita kaitavo atra paramo nirmatsaranam satam. One who has given up the desire for dharma, the desire for artha, the desire for kam, the desire for moksha. Not only this, paramo nirmatsaranam satam. He is a devotee. He has given up all these desires, but he is having jealous. Matsarya. What is Matsarya? Matsarya is defined as jealousy. When a person is devotee, he has given up everything, but he has not given up one thing. It is in the heart that he is jealous. When a fellow is having jealous, even though he has attained such a position, he is not qualified to read Srimad Bhagavatam. Then who is qualified to read Chaitanya Charitamrita? And to understand what Rai Ramananda and Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu has spoken. Tell me. I have spoken on this topic of Rai Ramananda and Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu in India for 10 days, 3 hours continuously. I can speak. But I want to know. That time it was first time I have spoken and I never spoke again. Because I understood I should raise my level first. To read books and to hear and speak is very easy. To practically implement the thing within the self is most important. What Rai Ramananda Prabhu has discussed with Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, that we have to pray to them, that let these things reveal in my heart. What Rupa Goswami has taught, we are Rupanugas, we are coming in the line of Rupa Goswami. Atah Sri Krishna Navadina Bhave Grahyam Indriye. Sevan Mukhaiva Jiva Hodo Swayam Eva Spurityada. The name and the form and the qualities and the past tense of the Supreme Lord are not understood by these external ears or not understood by these external things. Rupa Goswami is saying this. I am not saying. Sevan Mukhaiva Jivado. Starting from the tongue, when we engage all our senses in the service of Hari Guru Vaishnavas, then only Swayameva Spurityada. Everything manifests within the self. And Mahaprabhu's teaching is starting from Jnana Shunya Bhakti. Abandon all your speculations, your concoctions. Give up everything. And then he says, Rai Ramananda Prabhu says, Prema Bhakti Sarvasadhyasar. He says, yes, now speak. The starting of the discussion of Rai Ramanand and Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is starting from Prema Bhakti. And that Prema Bhakti, the beginning of the Prema Bhakti which Srimad Bhagavatam is giving us, it says, first you give up your jealousy mentality. Then you speak, then you come forward. In the first verse he is saying this, not in the middle. Dharma projito kaitavotra. The desire for liberation is the biggest kaitav. Kapat. What is kapat? Duplicity. It is not good. And then he says, Prema Bhakti. What is the quality of Prema Bhakti? Sandrananda Visheshatma Sri Krishna Akarcha Nichasa. Sandrananda Visheshatma, one who is the possessor of that loving devotion of Supreme Lord Sri Krishna. He is in complete bliss. We should first come in the state of that position. Rai Ramanand, how blissful he is. How blissful he is. He is very blissful. But even Sarvabhauma Bhattacharya could not identify him. In the glories of Lord Chaitanya, in the glorification of Rai Ramanand, what Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu has said. Have you read Chaitanya Charitamrita? How many of you read? In the glorification of Rai Ramanand, Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu himself has mentioned that I am the person, if I touch the deity made of wood of a woman, I can get, there are chances of fall down. But Rai Ramanand, it is impossible for him to fall down. Such a biggest Goswami, such a biggest personality he is, for whom Lord himself is glorifying. There are chances of Supreme Lord for fall down. But he himself is glorifying his devotee, mentioning that he is in such a position and he can speak this. He can speak. And who is listening? Lord himself is listening. His devotee is speaking. It is the discussion between them to understand that where we have to come, we have to at least come on the level of Prema Bhakti. Sandrananda Visheshatma, not ordinary bliss, complete bliss. And then that specific soul who has taken shelter in the lotus feet of Sri Krishna, he becomes very special, very blissful. And then he gets the quality, one very special quality he gets. What? He gets the quality to attract Krishna. What is Krishna? When we define the name of Lord Krishna, it says one who attracts and giving pleasure. One who is attracting and giving bliss is called Krishna. Supreme Lord, he is attracting all the jivas of infinite galaxies. And then he is giving bliss to all the jivas. Right? And the devotee, he gets it. He reaches in such a position that he attracts the Supreme Lord. Then he will not go to the Supreme Lord. Lord will come to him, like Sanatana Goswami. He is making, for Madan Mohan, he is making the balls of flour, wheat flour, and he is throwing them on fire and he is busy with his chanting and writing whatever. When the fire is finished, everything happened, and then he goes there and then he just clean it, half burned and half still like that, and then he keep them in one plate and he'll say, eat. What he says, Lord says, it's not fully cooked. And there is no salt also. If you can give me little salt, I can just taste it. We all know this story. What Sanatana Goswami says, today you are asking for salt, tomorrow you will ask for ghee. Day after tomorrow you will say, make it nicely because I can't eat. So I from where I will bring pan for you, salt and ghee, everything. And later you will say, please give me one sabji. He says, I can't do. If you want, you stay here. If not, you find your way. Can we imagine? Can Sanatana Goswami say like this? And what Madan Mohan did, he made all his arrangements, but he did not leave Sanatana Goswami. He remained there only with him, but he himself made all arrangements. Why? When a person is unable to afford, when a person is unable to give, offer anything to the Supreme Lord, then what is the need? What is the need? There is no need. But still, it is the love by which devotee has attracted the Supreme Lord, that Lord can't leave him. Lord can't go leaving him. That we should develop within our heart. That we should develop within ourselves by the mercy of Guru Vaishnavas. Today is the day that we should pray to Rai Ramanand that you please bless me, by which I can follow, I can serve the Supreme Lord. But our Gurudev always says, we did not see any of the associates of Sri Chaitanya till Prabhupada. And some people are fortunate to see the disciples of Srila Prabhupada, but not all. But we will take till Prabhupada. We could not see anyone. We could not have darshan. So we have to offer our pranams to our Gurudev, because Gurudev is representing the line of Sri Chaitanya. Gurudev is not different from Param Gurudev. Gurudev is not different from Prabhupada. He is not different from Gaur Kishore Das Babaji, Bhakti Vinod Thakur. In the same way, he is not different from Lord Chaitanya. He is not different from Rai Ramanand Prabhu. So we should pray in the lotus feet of our most revered Gurudev that you please bless me and give me the ability to serve Hari Guru Vaishnavas, so that by your mercy one day I will be able to realize and understand and truly follow and attain the pure loving devotional service of the Supreme Lord Sri Krishna. And one more thing. When a person gets married, no one trains him how to give birth to children. Anyone is trained? Here it is biggest unfortune, but in India, I don't know that anyone is training their children. Now you got married, so you have to give birth to children, do like this. Everything comes spontaneously. It happens by itself. In the same way, when we are connected to the Supreme Lord, when we engage our senses, our mind, everything in the lotus feet of Supreme Lord, all those realizations come automatically within ourselves. What we have to do? We have to do only one thing. We have to give up our jealous mentality. We are jealous because of the Supreme Lord. Why Lord is the enjoyer? Why I am not the enjoyer? Why Gurudev is enjoying? Why Vaishnavas are enjoying? Even I should also enjoy. In this mood of jealous is not good. Some people, they have this in gross level, some have in very subtle level. But this garbage is there, which is becoming the biggest hindrance in progressing in our spiritual life. So we should give up and surrender to Hari Guru Vaishnavas, and we should raise to the level of Prema Bhakti at least, where we have the capacity, we are in the position where we are able to attract the Supreme Lord. Today we have small problems, like yesterday Maharaj was mentioning. The first thing we give up is chanting. No, many guests came and I'm having headache, I'm not well, I'm this. There, whatever happens, the first thing in priority is the Supreme Lord and His loving service. You will give up everything, your family, everything, but you will not give up serving the Supreme Lord and chanting His holy name. Then Lord get attracted. Then the beginning of the teachings of Rai Ramanand Prabhu, it starts. Vancha kalpatarvasya kripa sindhu prevacha patitanam pavanebhyo vaishnavebhyo